Hello everybody, my name is Scryer and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. Last episode we explored a little bit of the Cove, found some fishmen, fought some fishmen, and we tested out our newest recruit, Marurard the Flagellant, who was pretty successful. But the real star of last episode was our highwayman Dismas and our Hellion Baroon, who got so many crits, just so many crits. They were critting all the time. It was kind of amazing. All right. If you haven't seen that episode, go back and watch it, by the way. There's a lot of crits and also a lot of critical fails on my part. All right, so we're going to quickly check out the stagecoach. Ooh, we got a leper and an arbalist. Okay, but we're full up. Can we upgrade? I'm going to just do some quick heirloom exchange. We got plenty of crests, but we need deeds. So let's deed it up. Oh, and now we don't have enough crests. Crap. I just completely counteracted myself. Although we do have a lot of portraits, so maybe we can do portraits for some crests. Yeah, all right. So let's increase the roster, so we can grab this leper.
Understands that adversity and existence are one and the same.
And we're also going to grab the arbalist. And then we're just going to quickly clean up our roster here, so everything's nice and orderly. And we're going to close this. All right, so we're going to do some quick housekeeping. We're going to throw some of our characters into stress relief. Unfortunately, right now, due to the town event we got last time, the town is abuzz. Our stress relief activities are not as effective as they could be. Go figure, the flagellant will only flagellate for stress relief. All right, so we're going to have to do another small run just to get a few more guys leveled up so we can finally head on into the courtyard and begin some Crimson Court DLC. We also, if you're wondering what this red question mark next to our grave robber's name means, it means that she went missing. So every once in a while, a hero will leave the hamlet or go missing or decide to be in meditation, and they will be unavailable for that week. So she will be back. She'll just be back after we complete this next mission. Or this next run. So we're going to embark. We have the Warrior's Bracer, the Slippery Boots, the Carapace Idol, the Dice for the Jester, Toy Soldier, Man-at-Arms. I don't mean to be putting a lot of emphasis on getting Jester trinkets, but, like, the Jester doesn't honestly have a lot of terrible trinkets. So I think we are going to grab these critical dice, so hopefully our Jesters in the future will be able to critical hit. And we are going to take along one of our new characters that we just got off the coach, the Leper. And we're also, I think, going to take along the Arbalist, just because they're two characters we haven't seen before. And it's always helpful to have an Arbalist and a Leper at full level. Leper, they're both really strong. Arbalists are perhaps like the strongest range damage dealing class in the game. They can also do a little bit of healing and a little bit of crowd control with their abilities. So, like, this one has Sniper Shot, which increases damage against marked targets. Suppressing Fire, which hits a lot of enemies, all enemies in the back 3 rows, and applies a debuff. Sniper's Mark, which marks a target, which makes Sniper Shot better. And then Blind Fire, which is sort of a can hit anyone and gives a buff to the Arbalist, a speed buff to the Arbalist. And then the Leper is like the ultimate frontline guy. He deals massive amounts of damage, but he has really low accuracy, which means that he hits like a truck, but he doesn't hit very often. He also has a lot of self-buffs, so he likes to give himself pep talks. We have Chop, Hue, which is basically a bigger chop that hits 2 rows, the 2 front rows. Withstand, which increases his protection. And then Solemnity, which heals and buffs him. It's essentially a self-heal for him. I think to back them up, we're going to take our Crusader, who we haven't really seen much of lately, but we're going to take him along. And we're also going to take, I think, our Bounty Hunter, another character that we've kind of neglected a little bit. Actually, real quick, we're going to come back to the guild, and we're going to give our Bounty Hunter a tune-up. We're going to unlock some of his other abilities, so that way he can be more effective from the back row. So we want to keep his pull, but we're going to get rid of Uppercut, and we're going to get rid of Finish Him. And we're going to give him Marked for Death and Flashbang. So now he's a little bit more of a utility character. So Mark for Death applies a mark, which debuffs the target. But the real advantage to having that with our Arbalist is that mark also will trigger the Arbalist bonus damage from Sniper Shot. And then the Flashbang is a stun and a shuffle that'll mix up the enemy's position and hopefully allow us to get combat advantage on them. So we're going in. I'm going to provision up. We're going to grab some food here. We got medical herbs, holy water, and bandages. Where do we get those from? Or is the holy water just from the Crusader? Huh. I'm not sure about that. I thought it was from the Vestal. It might actually have been from the Crusader all along. 2 things of anti-venom. We might want a little more food. 1 key. I didn't use these scales last time, so I'm going to bring them along. Oh, and torches, yeah. I think 8 torches will be fine. This is... No, this is an apprentice run, so we... Oh, not the blood. Nope, we don't want that. So we're actually going to bring a few more torches. Or we're going to bring 60 torches, just because these can take a little while, and we want to stay well lit. I will do a dark run at some point, but not yet. A dark run is a terminology for a run that's in complete darkness. A lot more risk, but greater rewards as a result.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
The smell of rotting fish is unbearable, but we must find its source. I have no desire to go look for something that smells like rotten fish. When I smell that... Well, actually, yeah, you kind of do. Like, I don't know if anyone has ever smelt rotting fish before, but, like, you really want it gone. Like, it is a foul stench. Alright, so we have 2 of the shaman and 2 of the gropers. We're going to want to deal with the shamans first, just because of stress, so we're actually going to grab you. And, he resists the move. Of course he does. Shoot. So we're going to try to just hew these 2. That's good. That's a good hit. There we go. This Arbalist is already making her mark be known by instantly annihilating that back row shaman there. Alright. So we not only took great advantage of the surprise round by killing one of the stress dealers, but we also managed to get spread some damage out nicely onto these guys. Like I said, though, their damage is ridiculously high, so we don't want to, like, mess with them. And here's the heal. I believe in the last video I mentioned that these guys have a heal that they'll use, which is why it's kind of important to kill them.
As the fiend falls,
Alright.
a faint hope blossoms.
So we're going to actually throw the mark onto that guy, so it's easier for our Arbalist to hit him. And then, boom! Another fish bites the... Not dust. Bites the sand? Something. Bites something. Alright, so let's crack open this chest. And we got some more deeds and some more crests. Excellent. That'll be useful because we're going to need to do some more upgrading at some point. I don't want to do like any off-screen grinding yet, but we might have to. Because I don't know if I want to keep the videos the same length that I've been trying to keep them lately. I might need to do off-screen grinding just to reduce the amount of time I'm wasting in the videos, essentially. Spearfishing. We're not fish. Stop spearfishing us. Alright. Shoot him. I am in love with this Arbalist, man. She is... What? She's attacked like 3 times and gotten 3 kills? Like, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. That's quality heroism.
Press this advantage. Give them
We're cleaning them up nicely here. I'm just worried. Again, this composition of the 4 gropers is really, really deadly. See, Sniper's Mark doesn't do as much damage if you don't mark the target. Which is why the Bounty Hunter is so useful, because he can just, like, insta-mark stuff. Alright. Our Crusader's not looking too good. Gonna heal him a bit. If you don't recall, in our first little video where I actually explained what the guild was and what the guild did, we did give our Crusader here a healing ability in place of his previous defense buff. Alright, we're gonna crush you. And then we're gonna end you. See? See? This is the value of an Arbalist. It's like having a...
so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
We'll blow a little food to keep you alive, and then I guess we'll drop the holy water so we can grab that portrait, because we're going to need heirlooms, like I said. I might do some off-screen upgrading between videos. I haven't decided yet. I want to try to get as much of the experience on screen as possible, but I'm worried about time constraints. Like, this video might end up being a two-parter just because of the size of this dungeon. Alright, so debris. I'm going to clear that.
Another misfortune.
Again, do really love Wayne's commentary throughout this entire thing. It just, it adds so much weight. Like, just the idea that debris you are seeing in the dungeon might have once been a ship, that these things, like, attacked and drove ashore or drove into this grotto, is just incredible sort of subtle storytelling. Alright, so we got a little barnacle encrusted chest. I don't have any more keys. I could use a shovel, but I really don't want to. Herbs? No. Alright, just open it. And you're not going to bleed, because you're better than that. Bleeding is for the weak. Alright, so we're going to get you out from behind your jellyfish buddies. We're going to sniper's mark that jellyfish. So you know it's going to die. And then we're going to chop. And then we're going to preach. And they're going to dodge it. Crusader doesn't like it when you skip church. Or at least his church. I like the idea that the Crusader is just this, like, wandering preacher. Like, you have two options. Listen to thy holy light, or get smoted thusly. Your ceremonial cut had no effect.
Diminished.
Let's crush him.
Destroy.
And then let's crush you. Jellyfish can't stand against the might of the party. Ah! Come on. You slippery fish.
Surges as the enemy
There we go.
crumbles.
Ooh! We got a blade and a... Oh, we got some trinkets out of that. That's cool. And one of which is a blade amulet. Which is good, because we have multiple play doctors. I really should be using those guys. At some point. At some point. Probably, if we do the, if we end up doing the courtyard, we will not use them. Because blight and stun don't really work on the enemies in the courtyard.
Is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I mean... Alright, so I'm actually going to get rid of the jade for this, because this has the potential to scale with other gold that we find, whereas the jade will just kind of only scale with other jades, and we don't want that. We want as much gold as possible. And I failed my trap check. I saw it that time, but I failed it.
The exception and not the rule.
Oh, be quiet, Wayne. I know, I suck at this. Alright, so we have another fight. And a new, a new enemy for on-screen time. This is the, snail. They have super high protection. They're really hard to kill without a blade or a bleed, but, they don't deal a whole lot of damage, I believe. So that ability I just used for the Arbalest was the, what was it, the volley? It debuffs all of them, makes it so that they have a harder time hitting or critting. The problem is we don't want to really use that because they're up there, so we're actually just going to buff up your protection. Make it so it's a little bit harder for them to hurt our leper here. And then I think we're also going to heal our leper a little with the Crusader. And now we're going to flashbang you. Which is good. We get the stun and the knockback. That's nice. So he's going to guard the stress... the stressor. And we're going to get brined, but it's going to miss. Excellent. And the stress wave. The good news is the stress levels are actually pretty manageable right now. This will not always be the case. We don't need to do that debuff again. Oh! That's a juicy crit. That's some potent arrows. Eh. I hate it when the Crusader has to be the healer. But that's all we really got right now. We didn't bring our Vestal with us, and we don't really have much for other healers. I'm actually a little worried about that.
A powerful
Ooh.
blow.
Good crit. Problem is, this guy is protected up the wazoo. Our Crusader is not looking good. I'm really worried about that. Alright, so let's sniper mark you. Problem is we also don't have anyone that can really inflict bleed or blight to deal with these heavy armored enemies. We're gonna heal our leper here and give him another buff. And we're actually gonna try to flashbang. Nope, I forgot. Protected. At least we got the stun. So that's his turn gone. That's the snail's turn. I think Brian inflicts a bleed or a debuff. I'm not sure. Alright, so we're going to bandage you, and we're actually going to have you heal yourself. Just so you're not teetering on the brink. Stress wave. The game has a nasty habit of stacking stress onto one character. It can be really frustrating. We're going to use the marked advantage to try and get a little bit more damage onto him. Like I said, because we don't have a bleed.
Facing the abyss.
Death's Door. Alright. There we go. Snail's gone, and we got a nice hit onto this octopus thing. Or the Guardian. We're going to try for another nice hit. Oh! A 20 crit! Way to be, Bounty Hunter.
Death is patient. It will wait.
Thanks, Wayne. Whose side are you on? Alright. Ah! Come on. There we go. That's exactly what I was hoping to win.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Anyone bleeding? No. That's kind of useless. We'll just get rid of that. More gold is always more important. We're actually going to camp first.
Huddled together.
So we can heal.
Furtive and vulnerable.
I just hope we don't have another
Rats
hunger check
in a
because we're
maze.
not bringing enough food for that. We're going to have the Bounty Hunter heal the Crusader. We're going to have the Leper heal the Crusader. We're going to have everyone heal the Crusader. So we have like a watch ability. Oh, that's cool. So she can actually heal all of them.
Sedated.
That's nice. We still have some points left. Let's actually use the Crusader's Encourage to reduce her stress. So you can kind of return the favor for all the healing. And we're going to rest. Hopefully we don't get ambushed.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery.
Of course we get ambushed. And our position is all messed up. Plus they get to go first in an ambush. Alright. I'm going to throw a mark onto you. Also, we don't have any light in ambush, too. So, when an ambush comes up, one, your party gets shuffled. So your battle position gets all screwed up. The light goes out. So everyone is going to take... All the enemies are going to be stronger. And then on top of that, if that weren't bad enough... the enemy always gets to go first. And try to stun you. So we have time to configure our order here. Good, good, good. Ugh, quit stacking bleeds on him. He's not the flagellant. He doesn't like it when you hit him. Alright, we're going to hit you. Come on, buddy. Get up there. Alright. So now we just have to worry about this one brawler. Ah! The position's all thrown out. Ah, this is why I hate ambushes. Okay. That's a good hit, but it's not going to end him. Just going to try to have you move forward. See, the problem is now that our order's messed up, these guys are like stuck shuffling with each other, and neither of them is really being effective. Ambushes are super tricky. There we go. All right. So that's that.
Be wary.
Yeah.
Triumphant pride
Pride precipitates a dizzying fall. We're going to give that trinket to our bounty hunter so we can actually grab the deed. That wasn't good. Yay, you're inspired. Actually, I think we're going to wrap up this episode here. Like I said, this is a long dungeon, so we're probably going to do this in 2 parts. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook and also Twitch. I might be doing streaming at some point. I'm still kind of figuring out and getting everything set up with that. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.